Hallo? Wir haben ein kleines Problem und bräuchten eine zweite Meinung.
Mobius! Wow! Schön, dich wiederzusehen.
Genau deswegen sind wir hier.
Wow! Eine Zeitzerrung.
Wie? Du hast einen Namen dafür?
Ja.
Du weißt, was das ist?
Ja.
Kannst du es abstellen?
Nein. Zeitzerrungen sind in der TVA unmöglich.
Klar, aber es ist doch gerade eben passiert.
Ja.
You have had an impressive career in the field of visual effects, and Marvel must be like an adult Disneyland for you, a playground of creativity, or? So what is extraordinary for you about your work?
I mean, it's definitely, coming from being a comic book fan and, as you say, in a way it's playing in the sandbox, what you used to do with your action figures as a kid and then smash them together as you made up, stories. It's kind of what you're doing now as an adult. You're taking Captain America and Iron Man and a lot of the films was, we're figuring out, some of the action action sequences. Moving on, ultimately to directing, you get even more control over that. Now you'll be able to, kind of designing the action sequences, but you're also designing the scenes with a lot of the emotion and the parts that really draw you, are not the superpower of the battles, but, working on the chemistry and the interaction between all the characters.
Ich wurde quer durch die Zeit gezerrt. Hin und her zwischen Vergangenheit und Gegenwart. Wenn es wahr ist, was ich gesehen habe, dann steht nichts zwischen dieser Welt und ihrer kompletten Zerstörung.
Lässt sich nur auf eine Art rausfinden. Gute alte Detektivarbeit. Wir haben nur andere Ansätze. Du bist ein Mann der Tat, was in Ordnung ist. Ich ziehe es vor, mit Intellekt und Bedacht vorzugehen. Der Kuchen ist echt gut.
It's often said that Marvel can make anything happen, so have there been any ideas of yours that haven't been made really yet?
I definitely have some ideas for series. There's definitely been ideas from Endgame and some of the different sequences that, had some ideas for what Hulk could do and things like that we tried but just didn't have room and time for to get in.
How much do you let your actors contribute to the development of their roles?
The methodology on this series is something that I would definitely, take with me on other projects. We came into this where, the season one had already, happened, and so a lot of the character building had been, figured out. But the design, what's the most successful part was getting everybody in the same room together in terms of. There are multiple directors on different episodes and the actors, but we would get in the writer's room, and as the scripts were getting closer to being done, we all came in. And whether it was our episode or not, we were there and everyone was there to contribute. So, we had all these amazing minds contributing at the same time, making it all better. And I think you need to be welcoming of that, not just in the writer's room on the set, because, that once you get into the groove of something, that's when the magic starts to happen.
Es ist an uns, alle zu retten.
Ist das ein Sprung?
Alles gut.
Egal, was wir tun. Wir spielen Gott.
Wir sind Götter.
Why do you think that Loki has become such a beloved character with the audience?
He's the villain that you love to hate. It's something that, it's just Tom's natural charisma that draws you to him, that, the smile when he's done something horrible and he's just, then gives him a little bit of smile and you're kind of like, oh, well, it's okay. Because he's a great character. You forgive him a lot of his faults. And I think it's the charisma, but I think in a lot of ways it's, he is a bit of a tortured soul and knows he's not necessarily doing the right thing, but there's a bit of a reason why he's doing it. And so you can forgive it and still love the villain.
Aber wie entscheidet man, wer leben darf und wer stirbt?
Triff deine Entscheidung.
Das ist er.
The Marvel Universe is so vast with so many storylines. So how do you manage to keep track and create a story within a story, especially considering your work with such a large team?
In some ways, there are a lot of comic book geeks at Marvel in a way, and that's whatever the natural talent is for keeping all those stories from the comic books in your brain applies to keeping all the stories from every film in the MCU, so that when you're sitting in a room and you're coming up with an idea for a particular power, or in this case in terms of Loki's power, you're able to recall it from the other movies, and then either kind of reuse it or do something inventive with it and take it in a new direction. So it's kind of living knowledge in terms of what you've been keeping, your memories of the other shows.
Komm schon, du bist der Gott des Schabernacks.
War ich schon immer. Werde ich auch immer sein.